Hi guys, welcome again. 37th episode of the course, and we have actually gone quite a bit since we first began doing the all these tutorials, all these episodes. So I would like to give a big thanks to our YouTube subscribers. We have reached 101 last I checked earlier today. So thank you very much for supporting the course, and also the patrons that faithfully support the effort, and they're on track, and keeping up with all these tutorials and ray tracing. Yeah, not having anything more to add. Let's go and start doing the last part of modeling our landing gear. Okay, so let's see. Let me see that again. Hi Yarla. Hi Yarla. So as I was telling before, let me do that once again. This is our rig. Okay, so we have modeled the upper leg, the lower leg, and the ankle. And now this is in this episode we will be modeling our the foot that will be actually landing on a surface. So as I was telling before, this is a two-axis system. So we have a pitch and the bank element doing here. So if I replace all this with the ones we have modeled, that would be something like this. So let me just show you how that would look. There. Okay. So aside from the foot, everything else is what we have modeled so far. Let me see now what's going on here. So yeah, so you see the ankle as well. Anyway, that's very simplistic. I'm not an engineer, so I'm just modeling, whatever I would say that would be logical and simple, really. Okay, so the last part is what we will be doing today. So regarding that, I have let's see, some reference images. Okay, so let me enable that. So we have such very nice some cool stuff here. So this is the first, which this is quite long. I don't think that it would qualify. However, I don't know. Perhaps for the rear landing gears, really. So this is a similar approach as the simplistic, as the simple model I have done as the foot. Once more, this is another approach. This is I think it's a two-piece that is folding up when retracting. And this is the models this is the reference pictures I used to model the upper leg and the lower leg, or somewhat like that. And let me see here. No, it doesn't want to. Hold on. Yeah, here. This is another approach, quite similar to the first one. And this is one yet approach. Actually, this doesn't look that. I cannot see the perspective in that. The height of the camera or of the observer is not quite high, so as to show me how that would work. Anyway, However, I have an idea. I can actually show you while we will be building the gear. So one consideration we want to take into account is the opening of my front gear hatch. Okay, the front bay. So first of all, I will be loading my shuttle. Okay, so this is my shuttle, and I want to what I want is the inside of the gear. So I have already placed a surface for that. So this is the internal base of the landing gear, where the landing gear rests. And if I had the rest of the shuttle and just go in, I have these shapes here. Okay, so the opening is doesn't seem, I think this is here. So the opening is this quad here. Okay, so what I want as the other parts, I want the foot to be not larger than these surface here. Okay, so let me see here. That should be in the background there. In the background. So yeah, let me see what's going on. And I'm centering that there. So we have this little guy here. So now I have this is a 1.6 meters by 3.7 meters. Anyway, regardless of the size that we have it here, so that will guide us as to how large the foot, is going to be. So that is our first consideration. The other consideration is how the ankle will be connecting to that. Okay, so this is my ankle. Not my ankle, the landing gear's ankle anyway. So this is the connection. Hold on, there. So this is where the lower leg connects to the ankle, and this is where the foot connects to the ankle. Okay, so I'm having one more guide to take into consideration here. Okay, so which is more critical, so let's start by doing something around that. Okay, so keeping it simple in the beginning, I will be creating a disk here. That disk will be having, let's say, something like radius. The radius shall be, what is my grid here? 500 millimeters. 500 millimeters. So it's 5. Let's start at 1 meter, perhaps. Yes. So the radius shall be 500 millimeters by 500 millimeters. So let's see what we've done here. So there, if I center that there, that should be how it will be. The amount of surface that will be taking. Then what I want to do is I can place the center somewhere here. That's 250 millimeters minus 250 millimeters. Let's see, or a bit lower, I guess. Hold on a bit. I think Anyway, yeah, this is the one. This is the one that's been taken into account here. So there. Oops. Minus 250. Okay. There. Exactly. And I want it to be coming up to minus 800 millimeters. So that should be minus 250 minus, no wait, I think we can do a the top should be minus 800. Let's see what's yeah, exactly. Let me press enter and see what's going on here. Yeah, great. Now I'm undoing that because I don't want to create a cylinder actually. So I will be manipulating this requester here and placing 6 sides instead of 16. So I want to go towards creating a hexagon. Okay, so now I have created a hexagon. So let me see now. Yeah, Yarla, how can you hear and see me and see the webcast? Any delays? Okay. Or perhaps he's not around. Nope. Anyway, so let's see. Now that I created my base or object, I will try and in reality that's not exactly what I want to do. I just want to let me there. Okay, so yes. Now this side is towards the front of the shuttle, and this side is towards the rear. Okay, I can show you so what I mean. So this is my front gear. So this is the front part of the shuttle. This is the rear part of the shuttle, and what I want to have something like, you know, walker legs, but I want to have 3 parts here. That is why I created a hexagon. Okay. So having these 3 polygons selected, I am starting to bevel it. So let me just count here. So let's say 200 millimeters as a shift. And inset, I just want it to come to here, so that would be, let's say 50, and do something like that. Yep, and that is correct. I'm doing this. I am moving them towards being the same plane. Okay, great, and repeating the process. And again, perhaps that should be there. Let me see, and let me actually see how. Yeah, actually we can resize that a bit, but anyway, yeah, I think that should be enough. Okay, so now what we want to do is smooth out the end of this. Okay, remember, since we have hexagons here, we cannot do we cannot use metaform. Okay, well, we would be able to, but it's another process. I don't really need that right now. Okay, so I'll just zoom in here and see. Oh, here. There. Yes. Okay, so that I have a bit of perspective here, and start smoothing out these corners here. Okay, and let me see how much this can go. I think these are 60. So let's start with 5mm inset and 20mm shift. Okay, moving that a bit down. Too much. There. There. See how that goes. There's no inclination, so I will just take it back. I'll just take that back and try more such, let's say 88. Then moving down. Yeah, that's more like it. Okay, again, and then now I'm increasing to 10. There. And now I'm increasing to 12, and that should go to 18. Oops. Perhaps a bit too much. So let me take that again. Well, let's say here, and just 12, 15 instead of 18. Okay, so then, yep, I think that should be enough. The only thing I have to fix now is these points should be the same as, or you know, that's my, I just choose that these points should be the same as these points on the same plane, let's say. So in order for me to do that, I first check out the y-axis, minus 800mm. Okay, and then I can select everything here and tell everything to go to minus 800mm. Minus 800mm. And I think that should do it. Let's see. No, it's the reverse, but anyway. Yeah, okay, that's what I wanted really. Okay, let us save that as let's see here, as foot stage 2. Okay, and also front gear foot. Make a surface as front gear foot. Great. Save that again. Foot stage 2. Great. Now I want to smoothen out the upper part. Okay, so I'll just bevel that too, and see. Let's see now. let's see now our grid. So I want, let's say, up to here. So from here, let me count. So I'm counting from here 130 millimeters, and the shifting will be 40 millimeters. So let's see if that's valid. 130, and then what we said, 20. No, we said 50. Let's go to 50. Yeah, I think that is quite good. And see here, actually, let me put that a bit, and then undo, and once more inset shall be 150. Shift, let us keep shift there where it is right now. Yes. Let me see if that's what I want, or perhaps I can do something like that, or perhaps not. We'll see. Anyway, that is our foot. And first consideration, if I take into account the ankle here, that's not very good, but anyway, we'll see. But let us see the other consideration, where I want it to fit my I wanted to fit this area here, so maybe I have to stretch it a bit. As you can see, that fits barely there. So let me see here. I can say there. And that should be great. Well, let us see now. There. Okay. This is our foot. Let me save that once more. Foot stage 3. And then again, see this guy here. I mean, that can be ugly. Yeah. Although I think that is too that is quite large in comparison to the other parts. So let's see. The lower leg is somewhere here. Okay. And the ankle is here. The ankle. So this is quite large by comparison. So, but we will fix that. Anyway, let us see here what more has to be done. So I would really like to have a dome here. So let me create a dome. So let's create a ball, and here, there, numeric globe, let's say 16 sides, keep that here, and here I have my radii there. That is how it should be, and then I can use the same radius. Same radius for having a sphere here. Let's see if that should work. So if I The same, no. I have it here, so let me just larger and then put it somewhere around so. Center it a bit there, and then compare it with this, and also see, no, sorry, where is the ankle is here, and see how the ankle should behave. So let me enlarge that a bit there. And really I should perhaps stretch that. There. Something like this. And also I can select everything and do a shift and the third axis so that I can be seeing that real time what I'm doing. So I can really raise that and work it up a bit. At the same time see how it will look. Okay. Now maybe I can put it somewhere there and then resize it. Resize it a bit. There. Now that makes me think this is a hexagon, so that should be either a multiple of 6. If I want that to be to be visible, otherwise I'll just I will just subdivide that. So yeah, let me subdivide that again. Smooth that out. Nope. Nope, it doesn't want to. But why? But why? Ah, now. Let me do it properly then. Okay. Yep. Delete that. Delete that. I hate that. Anyway. So 32 axes and 16 segments. And see what this. That is much tidier. Now, stretching that 0.75. Undo numeric 1.75 there, and moving that, and oops, sorry, and so there. Now we'll do the same technique. We'll create the same technique and see what is happening here while I am raising that, and a bit I think a bit there. That should be good. There. Well, I'm quite satisfied. So I'll just joint. I'll just resurface it to another surface. No worry, Yarla. Thank you for being here. Bye bye. And while here I can just do a Boolean union there. And after that, merging points, 30 points eliminated. So now I have this lovely, food, which I'm about to save as food stage 4. And having done that, now it's time to see, to take care of the size of the ankle before I will, because I want to do one boolean more here. Okay, so that the foot will be accommodating the ankle's joint there. So let's see now. Let's go back to layout and let's see here. Do a zoom there. Okay. About somewhere here, and see my properties here. Medium resolution. I don't want any anti-alias. So yeah, first of all, my that should be here. There. Now let me re-render that, and even lower there, somewhere there. And let me see the size of that thing now. Ankle. The size of the ankles should be something like this. Okay, so 0.77. 0.77, and then perhaps, oh wait a minute, there, and then perhaps that should move a bit there. Okay, now together with that, if I want that, as you saw, since the foot, this template is a child to the ankle, so I have to go to modeler and resize that so that resizing would not affect the other parts. So I can go back here, resize that, say 0.77. No, yep, I am I'm remembering that mentally. So here, modeler. Okay, so we have we? Yeah, we did that. Yes. Foot stage 4. Okay, so importing ankle stage 6 and size, and we're cleaning that 0.77 there, exporting that. Yes, and that worked. Okay, so that is my the new ankle. So I will be saving that. Great. And now we'll be loading the front gear foot. Before I do that, I have to consider where I have to consider saving that with the center of origin as the center of the axis that is going to be rotated around. So I'm going back. Let's say let me clean everything here. I have saved everything. Let me go first. Yeah, I've saved that. That should not be here. I have saved that. I have saved, of course, that's already saved. There, and that too goes away. So new data only. Now, I have my new foot the new foot. Where is the new foot? Right, it's here. Foot stage 3, stage 4. Yes. Okay. Let me see my older foot. The foot that was used as a template. So this is the center of origin. Okay. So I have to move that up here. Somewhere there. Let me see here now. Somewhere around here. Okay. Plus, I think this is that's too that I don't know. So maybe I'll just do something like this. Wow, way better. Yep, I think that's what was needed. Anyway, let me save that and see how that will look. And also I can, no, maybe, let me see. There, yes. And also these points here should be a bit towards up. Yeah, I think that's way better. Yeah. Anyway, we'll, we're making an example here. Foot stage 5 again. And now is the time where I will be using the ankle, the newly saved ankle for, let me see now, for doing a very nice, for using that to do a boolean actually, but not to, perhaps somewhere there. And let me see if that is, yes, so that should be moving, doing that motion here. So what I have to consider is maybe I can do something like this and stretch that inwards. Nah. No. Just do a boolean here and then stretch everything here and do, say, on the Z and Y axis. So the X is left intact, so 2 and 2 there, so that the boolean will affect this area only. Inverting layers, subtracting, and now did very nice subtraction. Do you see here? And after that, merging points, automatic points merged. Okay, so now we created this a lovely cut there, so that will be, say, allowing for the movement of, the pitch axis, pitch rotation. Anyway, yeah, and saving that. Oops, sorry. Saving that as stage 6. Great. So let's see how all that connects to everything. Okay, so replace. Oh, sorry, wrong week. There. So that should be somewhere around there, which can be fixed actually. Ankle tip. So that should be somewhere around here. Okay, so let's see how that is moving. The handle. So I'm selecting the handle, and that is what is going on here. Quite cool. Okay, so I'm saving this scene. This is the front rig default. So let's actually save that into episode 37, which is today. Front rig default there. And then let us load the scene with the front gear going down. So that is the scene. This is the scene. Let's see now. Let us see now. The foot. Now I can actually, since I have the default scene around there somewhere, what I can do now. First of all, save the scene, of course. 37. There. Okay, let me see something. Yeah. Now, since I have my old objects, so I can first of all load from scene. Then I can select the newly created rig, the default rig, and front gear rig default, with this one. Okay, load lights from scene as well. No, don't do that. And now I have two front gear parents, two of everything. So the second parent does not have the motion of the first one. So this is the first thing we will be copying. Okay, so the idea is to copy all the attributes from the first rig into the second and then delete the first one. Okay, so let's see now. Front gear parent selected. Is there any motion here? Yes, there is a motion here. So we'll go to the motion graph, save the motion to a temporary file, say this one, and load it on the second front gear parent. Go into the motion, then loading motion, the same use motion. Okay, so let me see now. Do I have any upper leg surface? Doesn't do anything actually. No. The other one, neither. Great. So no other object has any keyframe. So the only keyframe was, the only motion that was present was from the front gear parent. So we have copied that, so we don't really need that anymore. But let us save as a new version so that we won't lose anything. One can never be too cautious. Great. And now with this present, we go to the Objects tab, Clear Object, and when it asks us about clear distance of current object also, yes. So now we have only one front gear parent, the new one, together with all the the modeled objects. Okay, so let us go here and see everything here. Foot. Yes, do we have a handle as well? Yes, and the handle is here, and the foot, the new foot, the newly created foot is here. There. Okay, so let's see. This is the scene with the scene where the object, the the landing gear is comes down. So let's see first of all the handle. What should the properties be? Because right now the handle is in a place where it's not really that useful for the foot. So it has to come down together with the whole hierarchy here. So but if we look on the parent, it has no parent, so it's an orphan in the world, So what I have to think about is which object should be its parent. Okay, and since these are moving objects, okay, and this is this is the goal of this parent here, of this null object here. So these two are looking to that for creating a movement, a motion. So I think the best candidate should be the first object in the hierarchy that is not moving, which is the lower leg. So let's go ahead and add that. So lower leg 2. Let me see. Can't the tip be a low? Anyway, let's add that and see how that looks. So now I have a totally erratic motion. Well, what I have to do is I have to reset. So that is where it is staying, that is its rest point. Okay, I'm taking it down there and removing the Y constraint and adding the X and Y constraint to see what I'm doing here. Okay, so resetting that as well, but keeping the Y, I'm creating a keyframe on the 0 frame, at frame 0. So let's see how my animation should be with my handle in the correct position. Okay, so as you can see, now the landing gear is not doing any motion because the handle is moving together with that, the whole hierarchy. Okay, that is exactly what we wanted to achieve. So let me save that and see if there's anything more that we would like to add or to do. So let us manipulate the camera a bit, see what is going on here, there, perhaps there, something like this. Something like this here. 201, let's see. And let's do a 201, 200, and create a linear for my camera. So it should be coming from here and then changing it. Now I want to render this. Let me delete these guys and so that we'll have a faster rendering, and then just render it quickly and see what is how that looks. I think it looks great. Anyway, I'll fix that, don't worry. We'll fix that. Let me go back when the gear were inside and see how that looks also. Okay, now we have to first see if this part of the foot is hanging out of the structure here. So that won't be a good thing actually. So I can also go back and see here what is going on and render that. Which is totally hanging out. Okay. Okay, so we can have a guide from here and see. Let's say go to another position here. Let's see what is going on there. Or from another perspective, it is much more clearer what is happening. Okay. There. And if I unzoom, I can just find that now this should rest a bit higher. Okay. So let us fix that. And first of all, we want the front gear parent to rest there, to rest a bit. Wait a minute, let me see there. Let me see them on the motion graph, what is going on. So I think this is a pitch angle here. So this is 67 degrees pitch angle that is going up a bit on the motion graph. So this is pitching up to 70. So let me just add that. Hold on, let me go back there and go to, no, this is 78. 78. Going back to, what's going on? Something's going on. Something's, aha. Yes. I see. I see. 75. There. And 75 here too. There. So let's see. There. That is still actually intersecting the chassis. You can see here. So let's see if we can remedy that by animating the handle a bit. So going there, no, that doesn't let us any. That we have to play with the pitch, the front gear parent's pitch rotation. So let me see, 780. There. 80. I think 80 will do the trick. Yep, 80. The same goes for frame 50. Selected, yes, and let's see now. you can see here that if I want to be, pretty accurate, so that is intersecting, that my foot is intersecting the cover. So let me see, can I do anything with my, no, I can't. Nope. So let me redo that there. I think that's the worst thing. So let me increase the angle, rotate, pitch. That's why it doesn't want that. That's why this is because there are some. No, wait. 85, 78. 78. That can be because perhaps I put this here. So yeah, there. And 50. Yes. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Exactly. So what was happening now? In the IK options, I selected unaffected by IK of descendants. So this whole, since this is the first null object in the chain. So I see front gear, upper leg tip. So this is the first chain that is looking towards a goal object. Okay. So in reality, the handle, actually, it is being manipulated by the whole hierarchy here. So now what I told it, unaffected by IK of descendants, so that it won't care about that. That is why I could manipulate the pitch angle. Okay, so let's see now how that looks. The lid is lifting, and then we have a deployment of the gear going down, and bam. Okay, let's turn to the camera. There. Going down. Up, what was that? Ah, that was the camera. Uh-huh. Let me fix that as well. There. Let's see what is going on here. That's strange. I really want to reset that now. There. What's going on? That is because I have this silly 2001. If I delete that, now this is great. There. Yeah. Okay, saving that. The camera movement is not optimal, but I can fix that. Maybe, not maybe, I will fix that actually. So here I have to, let's say here, let's see there. I want it to be there. So let's see now what happened. Amazing. Yep. And let me end there. 152, and that should be 200 as well. So yes, saving that for you guys to play with. Yeah, on the next episode we will try to um, texturing all this, you know, and making it more realistic. So as far as the rig is concerned, I think that is very, very interesting to see how we can, you know, manipulate the handles and etc. You know, so that is very, 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 very cool to do that. And I would also like to perhaps stretch this outwards a bit, because it looks too weak for a landing gear, for the front landing gear. I mean, yeah. So maybe I should let me see first. Let me see. Here, perhaps the perspective is better when coming out of the yeah. So we'll definitely try to bump it up a bit, you know. Yeah, this part should be more should be looking more heavy duty. And then we'll try to texture all this. Great. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Let me save that. Save all objects again. And yeah, a big shout out to our patrons, George Chocanos Volquero, Midone, Yarla, and many thanks also to Yarla for editing and putting up the links for YouTube. Anthony Jarvis, GS, and Todd Chamberlain. Thank you all, guys. Keep on ray tracing. Bye bye. Cheers.